Today's video is dedicated completely to PMDG, simply because we've got a massive update and a lot to talk about, from the 777 to the 737-900 to those of you on Xbox who are waiting around for PMDG products. In the background there are some photos, some older photos, some photos from other simulators, and some of my own footage, simply because PMDG have not provided too many new screenshots. So for the most part this is more of a discussion video than it is a preview video, but without further delay, let's get right into it. Okay, so we'll start off with the PMDG 737 update for Microsoft Flight Sim on PC. At the moment they're testing an update that covers the entire Microsoft Flight Sim 737 product line, from the 737-600 up to the 800, and I'd imagine this is also being placed on the 900, which is being released in the future. Now this update mostly focuses on Sim Update 10 fixes that focus on improving the stability of control related functions in the aircraft. You know, pitch yaw, roll and thrust. This is basically to combat the new weather system that was brought along with Sim Update 10. That of course brought over incredibly noticeable gusts in your simulator. The aircraft, and the simulator for that matter, definitely throws you about a lot more. Now PMDG say this is slightly more unrealistic, but to be fair they use significantly more dynamic than the real world, but luckily they've got some sort of workaround that I guess sort of takes it in and sort of reduces its effect on the aircraft. So for those of you that don't like getting thrown around as much by the new weather system or the new turbulence system, PMDG have got us all covered with this update that should be released in the next few days on every single 737 variant for Microsoft Flight Sim. Now that is of course a very nice update, but there's even better news. Before we do that, PMDG have said that basically over the last few months PMDG have winded down because of the summer. That's probably why we haven't seen as much PMDG news, but hey ho, to be fair, they completely deserve some time off with all the fantastic work they've been doing for the simulators so far. Moving over to the PMDG 737-900, this is now being prepared for beta testing, and by the looks of it, Robert Radazzo on his forum says that we should see it release in mid-November. Now there's a few issues behind the scenes that need to be worked on, but it should be going into beta testing soon, and then of course release for mid-November. Don't be surprised if it gets pushed back, because projects like this normally do. Of course it's the longest 737 next generation variant, and I've got a few older screenshots that I'm sharing with you on the screen right now. Now what about the EFB, the PMDG Universal Flight Tablet? In this case, for those of you that really want a 737 EFB, by the looks of it, we should be getting one soon, but the one actually being developed for the 737 will also cover the future 747 and 777 product lines for Microsoft Flight Sim, basically serving as a completely integrated and united centre for PMDG applications. This will include your standard stuff like performance, weight and balance, SimBrief integration, probably Navigraph integration as well, and it will also include some more PMDG specific options, from changing around with ground services to variation options in the cockpit. This will of course mean you won't spend as much time in the FMC if you fly the PMDG 737 in Microsoft Flight Sim. You'll understand that you use your FMC for almost everything, from ground services to changing what displays are on in your aircraft. So hopefully it'll make it a bit more realistic, although of course you can't actually change what's in your aircraft using the EFB in real life, but you certainly don't head into the FMC, so it's sort of separating it apart. That should hopefully improve the realism. All the EFB does, as good as it is it sort of, as I said, centralises everything, so you're not needing to go to all these different places, you're not needing to go to any menus, you're not needing to go to your FMC, you're just going to the tablet. Of course it's a big thing for convenience, but nothing is exactly going to be groundbreaking here, so do bear that in mind, as they say on the PMDG forum. It's interesting to see that this PMDG EFB on the 737 will also be the one on the 747 and 777 as well, so it's certainly going to be a very powerful bit of kit. Now what about the 737 in the marketplace, which sort of incorporates Xbox? The PMDG team said they've basically been waiting to get a very polished aircraft model before they send it over to the marketplace, simply because Microsoft Flight Sim takes forever to upload any aircraft in the marketplace. I know they take weeks to months, so basically they just want to make sure everything's ready to go before they move it over to the marketplace. Now this does link quite nicely into Xbox. They're still planning to move their products over to Xbox from the DC-6 to the 737, but as I've said loads on my channel, they've still got to wait for WASM and C++ support on the Xbox platform. Hopefully that will come over with Sim Update 11, at the very most Sim Update 12, according to Asobo's official development log. But with Microsoft Flight Sim, you can never be 100% certain, but it is very encouraging to see PMDG reaffirm their commitment to Xbox, because I know so many of you in the comments are waiting for it. Now there are some in my comments that will say PMDG forget about Xbox. As they say on the forum, I'm going to stomp this out. It's not true, they basically just haven't got the capacity to with Microsoft Flight Sim in its current form. But they're still aiming to get it done, and if what the Asobo team said they'll achieve by Sim Update 11 and Sim Update 12, and it all gets done and dusted, hopefully we'll see the DC-6 and the 737s by PMDG on the marketplace and in turn on Xbox very soon. Now we move over to the flagship of this video, a bit of information about the PMDG 777. Robert says on his forum that this project, and I quote, is humming right along. In fact, it's made greater progress than he's expected while he was away on vacation. So a testament to how good the whole team is. This is definitely not a one-man band. He also says that for the 777 they use a well-loved, quotation marks, flight deck as the basis for their build. So this means you'll see a lot of wear and tear compared to the PMDG 737, which was based on a not-in-service 737 on Microsoft Flight Sim, which explains why it looks so clean. But with the 777, it's looking well loved, it's got a nice amount of wear and tear, and even leaning to the 747, which is quite a bit away in the future I'd imagine. He says that's beat to death, a beat to death workhorse, so you're definitely going to see a lot of wear and tear in that one. Now sadly we don't get any screenshots or photos of the 777, but to be fair, it sounds like it's progressing on well. We've just got to wait and see for some screenshots, but I'll certainly keep you updated here. There we have it, guys. From me today, that is your Microsoft Flight Sim PMDG news for PC and Xbox. A big congratulations to the PMDG team for their awesome work they've been doing. I'm very happy to report on it. Of course, Asobo and PMDG and all the other developers out there continue to do an absolutely fantastic job, and it really is awesome to see the community support them. It certainly does put a smile on my face, and I hope it does yours as well. From me today, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you did enjoy, and if you're a continued watcher or a subscriber, thank you very much. It is really appreciated. Check out my Amazon affiliate links down below for all the stuff I use to fly, film and edit. But from me today, bye bye.